In the heart of Eastern Europe, nestled within the rugged Carpathian Mountains, there lay a village shrouded in perpetual mist. Locals spoke of ancient curses and superstitions whispered through the cobblestone streets. The village of Eldoria bore a dark secret, one that had plagued its inhabitants for centuries. At the center of this enigma was Elara Stoker, a woman of mysterious origin who had recently arrived in Eldoria. Her piercing gaze and auburn hair hid a past shrouded in shadows. Elara was drawn to Eldoria by a series of haunting dreams that seemed to beckon her towards the ominous Castle Moros, perched on the mountainside like a vulture waiting for its prey. As Elara ventured deeper into Eldoria, she encountered a motley crew of characters. There was Nikolai, a grizzled former soldier haunted by the nightmares of a war long forgotten; Serafina, a fiery Romani fortune-teller who saw the threads of fate dancing in the flames of her campfire; and finally Victor, the taciturn blacksmith with a past as dark and mysterious as the cursed village itself. Together, this unlikely group embarked on a quest to unravel the sinister forces that gripped Eldoria. As they journeyed through the ancient forest that surrounded the village, whispers of ancient rituals and blood pacts lingered in the air. The forest seemed to come alive with unseen eyes watching their every move. Their path led them to the dilapidated ruins of an abandoned monastery, where they uncovered a hidden chamber filled with forbidden tomes and macabre artifacts. It was there that they learned of the ancient vampire lord Radu Dracul, whose malevolent presence had cursed Eldoria for centuries. Driven by an insatiable thirst for power, Radu had struck a deal with the forces of darkness, binding his soul to the very fabric of the village. His bloodline, cursed for eternity, spawned a legion of undead minions that plagued the villagers, turning them into creatures of the night. Elara, Nikolai, Serafina, and Victor realized that to break the curse they had to confront Radu in his lair, Castle Moros. As they ascended the treacherous mountain path, the castle loomed like a nightmarish specter against the pale moonlight. Within the castle's cold stone walls, they encountered unspeakable horrors, ghoulish servants, traps that seemed to defy reason, and the ever-present feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. As they delved deeper, they stumbled upon the vampire lord's lair, a chamber adorned with ancient tapestries and the stench of death. Radu, a pale and aristocratic figure, awaited them with a predatory smile. "Welcome, intruders," he hissed, his voice echoing through the chamber. "I have been expecting you." The ensuing battle was a symphony of steel against fang, as Elara and her companions fought tooth and nail against a vampiric horde. Nikolai's skill with a blade was unmatched. Serafina's mystical prowess turned the tide of battle, and Victor's strength proved invaluable. But it was Elara, wielding a weapon forged from the heart of an ancient oak, who delivered the final blow to Radu. As the vampire lord crumbled to dust, a sudden stillness descended upon Castle Moros. The curse that had gripped Eldoria for centuries began to lift, and the once enslaved villagers found themselves free from the shackles of darkness. The sun rose over the Carpathian Mountains, bathing Eldoria in a warm, golden light. The mist that had clung to the village dispersed, revealing a landscape reborn. Elara, Nikolai, Serafina, and Victor stood together, gazing at the village they had saved. Their journey had come to an end, but the echoes of Eldoria's haunted past lingered in the whispers of the wind. As the village began to rebuild and heal, the unlikely heroes quietly slipped away, their destinies forever entwined with the shadows they had faced. And so the tale of Eldoria and its saviors faded into legend, a cautionary tale whispered around campfires and told to wide-eyed children, the legacy of the vampire lord. And the heroes who vanquished him lived on, etched into the annals of history like a scar on the face of Eastern Europe. The moon hung low in the night sky, casting an eerie glow over the village of Eldoria. Elara Stoker, with her haunting dreams and a sense of purpose, wandered through the cobblestone streets, drawn by an otherworldly force toward the foreboding Castle Moros. As she explored Eldoria, Elara encountered Nikolai, a war-weary soul with haunted eyes that mirrored the shadows of his past. Serafina, a Romani fortune-teller, sensed Elara's destiny in the flickering flames of her campfire. Victor, the silent blacksmith, bore a secret burden that echoed the village's ominous history. Their fates intertwined. Elara, Nikolai, Serafina, and Victor delved into Eldoria's dark secrets, the ancient forest, rumored to be the gateway to other realms, concealed a dilapidated monastery holding forbidden knowledge. In its hidden chambers, they unearthed prophecies and learned of Radu Dracul, a vampire lord whose malevolence had cursed Eldoria for generations. The group's quest led them to the towering Castle Moros, perched on a cliff like a malevolent sentinel. As they ascended, the castle's shadows seemed to swallow them whole, and whispers of ancient pacts echoed through its stone halls. Within Castle Moros, they faced unspeakable horrors, undead minions, cursed traps, and the ever-present gaze of unseen forces. In a macabre chamber adorned with ancient tapestries, Radu Dracul awaited, his aristocratic demeanor belying his monstrous nature. "Welcome, intruders," Radu hissed, a sinister smile twisting his lips. "I have been expecting you." The ensuing battle was a symphony of clashing steel, crackling magic, and the unearthly howls of the undead. Elara's weapon, forged from the heart of an ancient oak, gleamed with a righteous fury as she struck the final blow. Radu crumbled to dust, and the curse that bound Eldoria began to dissipate. The dawn broke over the Carpathian Mountains, bathing Eldoria in a warm, golden light. The mist lifted, revealing a village reborn. Elara, Nikolai, Serafina, and Victor stood together, gazing at the village they had saved. Their journey had ended, but the echoes of Eldoria's haunted past lingered as the villagers rebuilt their lives. The unlikely heroes quietly departed, their destinies intertwined with the shadows they had faced. Eldoria's tale became a legend, whispered around campfires and passed down through generations. The legacy of Radu Dracul and the heroes who vanquished him became etched into history, a scar on the face of Eastern Europe. And so Eldoria rested in peace, its secrets buried in the mist of time, and the heroes faded into obscurity, their names whispered only in the darkest corners of the night.